I love Ridin Durty radio.
Ridin Durty. Embrace your lazy.
Yo. Vic XL. And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show. We bring you what's next right now in hip-hop and R&B, talk, and everyday life. We're bridging the gap between hip-hop and everyday life. A lot of people think there's a big difference, but you know what? We are everyday people. This show was started by me, a very humble young man, over 15 plus years ago at WRFG 89.3 FM, one time for WRFG 89.3 FM, held down the 3 a.m. slot for over 15 years. Man, started by a humble guy myself, and over the past 15 years, I've been bringing you what's next, but I bring it to you right now, and that means I try to keep my fingers to the pulse of what's going on in our community. So, I like to tell you, each and every episode of the Ridin Durty Show is brought to you by the good people over at Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right, Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural juicer, an all-natural juice that promises to do all kind of great things for your body. When I say great things for your body, number one, Dr. Juice Cleanse can help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. Just 10 days, you can lose 25 pounds. Now, not only can Dr. Juice Cleanse help you lose weight, but Dr. Juice Cleanse also can help provide stress relief. That's right, stress relief. You know, a lot of times you might have a very stressful life or a stressful day. Well, Dr. Juice Cleanse can help relieve you of stress. It also can slow down the aging process. A lot of times when you know what? I'm almost 50 years old, and I would like to think I don't look 50. Now, sometimes I know people who are 30 who look 50. Well, they probably should have been drinking some damn Dr. Juice Cleanse. Because Dr. Juice Cleanse can slow down the aging process. When you have all those wrinkles in your face, the crow's feet, Dr. Juice Cleanse can help eliminate that. Eliminate it. It also can provide pH balance. I never can get that out of my mouth right. It also can remove toxins and crap out your body that you don't want there. You know, sometimes when your boo-boo stink really, really, really bad, I'm talking about it just... Your boo-boo should not stink to the point where when you boo-boo with the door closed, people outside the door can smell you. You probably need some damn Dr. Juice Cleanse, okay? But you know what? I could spend the entire 30-minute show about all the great things Dr. Juice Cleanse can do for you, but if I done that means you wouldn't take the time to educate yourself. And you know I'm all about educating yourself, educating others. So I feel like I've done my part in educating you a little bit about the product. Now, I would love for you to go educate yourself even more by visiting drjuicecleanse.com and find out about the product. And if you decide to become a client and get you some drjuicecleanse.com, tell them Vic XL and the good people over at the Ridin Durty Show sent you. All right. Now, also on to our next sponsor. One time for the good people over at overflowcafe.com. Now, when you think overflow, you might think of a liquid going over a cup, or your bathtub overflowing, or like me, I tend to do this a lot, your sink water overflowing. Well, that's not what overflowcafe.com is. And it's also not a coffee shop. No, overflowcafe.com is a client building website. And what I mean by client building website, say you have a website, say you're selling a product, say you feel like you need more traffic or more clients to your website to help sell your product, or at least to expose your product to. Overflowcafe.com can get you that traffic. They can get the people, they can get the eyes, you know, the emoji eyes, they can get the real eyes to your website. That way you can start selling your product. If you're an artist and you want people to listen to your music, you can start generating listeners. If you maybe you do short films, or maybe you do sketch comedy, or you can get the views you want. Overflowcafe.com will drive the traffic to you, and your overflow, your site, your social media area, whatever you're trying to drive traffic to, it will overflow it. You will overflow it with traffic. That's what Overflow Cafe does. They bring the traffic to you. And guess what? Say if you're in a small town and you have a product, and maybe you're not to the capacity where you want to ship all around the world. Maybe you just want to ship in your area. Maybe you want to deliver. Well, overflowcafe.com can also break it down to where people in your area visit your website. But you know what? Again, I've educated you a little about the product. Now I want you to educate yourself by visiting overflowcafe.com. Find out more about the product, and you too can start getting the traffic you want to your product, to your music, to your film, to your comedy. If you just an egomaniac and want people to click like, overflowcafe.com can do that for you too. So do me one big favor, and please patronize both of our sponsors, overflowcafe.com and drjuicecleanse.com, and tell them Vic XL sent you, and I will greatly appreciate you a lot. Okay. All right. Today is Monday, April the 16th. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. And we got a lot of birthdays today. So I want to start this thing off by wishing happy birthday to some good people. And we're going to start it off very simple. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to, let's see what we got first on the list. Happy birthday to a person who's known to be the founder of hip-hop, Clive Campbell, a.k.a. Kool Herc. That's right, Kool Herc. He was born today in 1955. Today is his birthday. And like I said, a lot of people consider Kool Herc the founder of hip-hop. So, happy birthday to Mr. Kool Herc. Also, I'd like to say happy birthday to one of the greatest international artists I've had a chance to put my ears on. I'd like to say happy birthday to Mr. Akon. He turns 45 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to someone who I feel like is the greatest hype man in hip-hop history. My man has been the hype man for Busta Rhymes his entire career. I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Spliff Star. Spliff Star turns 43 years old today. Also like to say happy birthday to Chance the Rapper. He turns 25 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to comedian extraordinaire Martin Lawrence. He turns Martin Lawrence turns 53 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to a one-time guest of the Ridin Durty show, Dr. Miami. You know, if you need that good plastic surgery, Dr. Miami got you. Gotta say happy birthday to him. He turns 46 years old. Again, former guest. Gotta say happy birthday to Hall of Fame, the creator of Skyhook, one of my favorite players of all time, Mr. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He turns 71 years old today. And I heard my dude will still take you on the court and give you that business. But you know what? Happy birthday to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He turns 71 years old today. Also got to say happy birthday to Atlanta artist Bandit Gang Marco. He's been featured on so many artists' songs. He has a lot of songs himself. I consider him, he's more like R&B, hip-hop. But you know what? Happy birthday to Bandit Gang Marco. He turns 25 years old today. Now, on to my Facebook family and friends, because you know I always got to shout out my people on Facebook. I got to say happy birthday to my man out there. He just dropped a very dope video. I had a chance to put it up on the Ridin Durty site, but I'm going to put it back up just for his birthday. I want to say happy birthday to my man Eastside Tanimal. Dope artist representing the city of Griffin, Georgia. Got to say happy birthday to him. You know what? You know, I realize how hard it is to type and talk at the same time. Happy birthday to my man Eastside Tanimal. Also got to say happy birthday to someone who's been grinding for a long time in the city of the A. She is the creator of the Salute the DJ Awards. Happy birthday to Lady Shaq. And last but not least, on my Facebook family and friends list, I got to say happy birthday to, who do I got? My man DJ Benny D, a.k.a. Benny Dumas. And it's funny because Benny D is Akon's DJ. And they share the same birthday. But happy birthday to my man Benny D, Benny Dumas. Definitely been holding down my man Akon for years. And he's a very funny guy. Had a couple appearances in some movies. But hey, if you know any of the people I've mentioned today on April the 16th, please wish them happy birthday. And if you don't know them, tag them and say, hey, I heard it was your birthday on the Ridin Durty show, and I just want to say happy birthday to you. All right, man. Happy birthday to all the people I'm rocking with. Hey, and I got to say, man, one time for everybody on the Facebook Live page checking in. One time for my man Fat Baby. One time for my man DJ Brad, a.k.a. Bradshaw, who's definitely been holding it down for years. One of the coolest cats I've ever had a chance to interview. Dope beats, dope lyrics. If you ever get a chance to check out my man DJ Brad's projects or see him spinning somewhere, mess with him. All right. Real quick, little headline news before we get to our guest. My man T.I. First of all, I didn't tell y'all, but Starbucks over the weekend did some real foul mess. One of the people in Starbucks felt intimidated because it was two African Americans in the place just waiting. And they said they was waiting for someone to ask to use the bathroom. Well, for whatever crazy ass reason, one of the employees of Starbucks decided to call the police. They came in. The Caucasian gentleman who they were waiting on came in while the police was there. But still, they proceeded to arrest these two gentlemen and hold them for 8 years. So at this point, we're calling for a boycott of Starbucks. Well, Starbucks has in turn attempted to apologize. T.I. says, hell no, go. T.I. is not believing Starbucks' apology, so, he says the boycott is still on. So if you can join him and other celebrities in boycotting Starbucks, then, hey, so be it. But they did hold these two African-American males for absolutely no reason for over 8 hours, and all they was doing was waiting on their friend. Just waiting. They decided they won't get no coffee till you got there. They didn't want their coffee to get cold. So, hey, man, Starbucks, you get the gas, face. Seems like my man Gunplay, who's been in the news a lot, especially since he's been on this season, Love and Hip Hop Miami, he wants the charges for headbutting his girlfriend in the strip club dropped. He said it was provoked and it needs to be dropped. It's not what you think it is. So, hey, man, Gunplay is looking for a dismissal of the lawsuit. Seems like R. Kelly, one of the people of his so-called sex cult, has came out and said R. Kelly gave them an STD. Now, you know what? I don't really find that hard to believe, but I don't know. R. Kelly has been doing some weird stuff for years. Allegedly, he done gave one of his members of the sex cult a STD. So, I don't know, man. R. Kelly, stay out the news. One time, my man Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, he will be hosting and performing on Saturday Night Live. That's a big look. One time for Cardi B, who has become the first female rapper since 1999 to debut at the #1 spot. So, one time for Cardi B. All right, that's it for my hip-hop headline news. Again, that's my birthdays. I've told you about my sponsors. Now it's time for us to get down to the nitty-gritty and bring on the guest of our show. Now, this show is all about the movers and shakers and the people in the community who is making things happen. I don't just bring you rappers, singers, dancers, artists. No. What's up? Hold on. Pause. I gotta say one time for my Mexico Massive. One time for my man Luis. Hola. Como esta? All the way from Mexico. All right. Now, as I was saying, this show is not just about me bringing you entertainers. This show is about upliftment. If you know, last night on the show, I had someone on, and we was talking about sex toys. I've had people on that's talked about basically preventing, human exchange. We've had all kind of things. Well, today is no different than any other day, because today I have on the line Traci Thomas of No Sweated Credit, and we're talk about your credit and getting your situation straight. How you doing, Traci?
Hi, happy birthday. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I am so glad you're on the show. And it's not my birthday. I just was shouting out all the famous people I know birthday. But hey, thank you for the happy birthday shout out. It made me feel good.
I'm still honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Traci, I got to say, you sound very, very elegant. I need you to, you're going to have to loosen it up a little bit. We're going to have a little fun.
I understand, but I'm a lot older than you guys. I apologize. I lost it.
Traci, I can guarantee you I'm older than you. Hold on, let me add, let's do some age tests without saying our age. Traci, do you remember when the cell phone was in a bag?
No, I don't remember when it was in a bag, but I remember when someone would page you, and then you would have to go to a telephone, and then press a button and then hear your messages.
Okay.
I remember life before the cell phone. I remember the pagers.
Okay. I'm finna go a little deeper, Traci. I'm finna go a little deeper. I'm old in this thing. Do you remember when you call somebody on the phone, and if they was on the phone, it went Do you remember the business?
Yes, I remember. And then I remember the days of not even having call waiting.
Okay. All right, Traci, we in there like swimwear. All right, let's talk a little bit about Traci Thomas and no sweated credit, especially because this is the time of year a lot of these people have balled out with their tax money, and now they probably in some debt. So let's talk about no sweated credit and what your company does.
Okay, No Sweated Credit, Inc. We started in 2011, actually. But now we can legally and lawfully, as of April 1st of this year, of 2018, just a few days ago, actually, we're actually able to legally and lawfully delete up to 5 negative accounts off of your personal credit report within a duration of 5 business days. So with that being said, I know there are so many consumers nationwide, coast to coast, from Cali to Connecticut, who are literally paying money for memberships and rounds and different imbecile scenarios where they're paying for work that never gets completed, or just pretty much being tugged and stringed along to buy more time. It does not take months and months and years and rounds and so forth to have this task completed. Again, we're able to perform this task within a duration of 5 business days. Once the accounts are deleted from your personal credit report, they do not return. So it is a permanent situation. Once it is deleted, whether it be collections, bankruptcies, liens, judgments, repos, so forth and so on. The only exception would be a bankruptcy. A bankruptcy would take us 10 business days. But every other type of account that would be adverse would only take 5 business days.
So you mean to tell me that car that someone might have purchased 5 years ago and they fell upon financial restraints and they couldn't pay it back, so the car got repossessed, so it's sitting right there like a sore thumb on their credit report, you guys can remove that?
That's exactly correct. Within 5 business days. Period.
So you mean to tell me if someone went through a nasty divorce and they got upside down because of, some of the things they might have lost during the divorce process, which caused them to file a Chapter 13 or a Chapter 11, y'all can get that thing up out of there and y'all can get that off of there?
That's exactly correct. Again, a bankruptcy would be the only exception where we need an additional time frame. So with a bankruptcy, we're able to remove it within 10 business days, opposed to 5 for the other type accounts.
Okay, I got a question. At what point in a person's credit life, especially someone with challenge credit, at what point do you think they should reach out for no sweated credit? Like, at what point should they even contact you guys? Should they wait till they're like rock bottom, credit jacked up, or should they, the first time they notice some blemishes? Like, at what point should they reach you guys?
I think it's best. It's an ongoing scenario, just like we shower every day, we brush our teeth every day. I hope we do, or every other day. But it needs to be a monitored part of our lives. It's a proactive action that I highly recommend. And the credit situation is nothing but a game. It's algorithm. They're always raising the bar. There was one time when 750 was the highest credit score. And then it was 800. And now it's 850. And they'll raise it again. But it's pretty much almost $1 trillion industry that we're playing this game back and forth. The credit bureaus make tons of U.S. dollars reporting this type of information and data. A lot of it is inaccurate. And even if it is accurate, there comes a notation, again, where I'm glad that we have the legal lawful technology, again, as of April 1st, so we're able to literally delete it permanently. So it's no longer a factor in someone's financial life because it literally paralyzes and cripples an individual, whether they want to move forth as far as purchasing a home, a car, or even getting employment. That's what I call being paper paralyzed because you literally can't move. Or someone who's trying to start a business. So the list goes on and on. I literally feel like you're stuck. So once your credit is repaired, that changes the entire landscape.
All right, so I want to ask you a question. Especially when it comes to buying a home, and say I'm a first-time home buyer, or I'm seeking to buy my first home, but I have some things on my credit. How far in advance should I reach out to you guys before I start to make moves towards purchasing my home to have those things removed?
I think it's in your best interest, yours and your listening audience, that you act proactively. You need to pull your credit from Experian.com or creditchecktotal.com. They're the most accurate third parties. So what you see there is what a potential lender or employer would see. I don't want to be sued, so I'm not mentioning any names, but the other third-party websites are not accurate. A lot of them are exaggerated. So they'll state that you have a 720 credit score, but in reality, your credit will only be 680. So again, I would recommend Credit Check Total or or Experian.com or Equifax.com. That's another credible agency where you're going straight to the source to get your data. The other websites that are third party, they're not going to give you an accurate credit score. It will be exaggerated, it'll be inflated, it's not correct, and it'll give you a wrong perception of what your score really is in reality.
All right, tell me again, what are the two most credible ones for my listeners who might have just logged in or might be checking in now? What are the best two?
That would be Credit Check and or Experian.com.
Okay. All right. So, a lot of times people say, don't check your credit too much. Don't check your credit score too much. It'll mess it up. Is that fact or is that rumor? Or,
No, that's not true. When you check your credit, when you actually log on to Credit Check Total, or if you were to log on to Experian.com, that's what we call a soft pull. And the soft pull does not affect your credit score in any way, period. Your credit score is only affected if someone else pulls it. And then it will deduct up to 2 points from your credit report. So yes, what you just said is valid, but it needs to be put in the proper content. If you were to pull it yourself or have someone else pull it with your permission in either Credit Check Total or Experian.com or Equifax.com, because those are the three most reputable, whereas what you see is what the potential lender or mortgage professional or employer would see. What you see is what they will see. That's an understatement. So if you were to pull it yourself or have someone engage in those agencies that I just mentioned, it's called a soft pull. So it's not a hard inquiry. It's only a hard inquiry, meaning that it literally impacts your score when someone else pulls it, where you've actually signed a credit application with your signature and dated it for them to literally pull your credit and retrieve it. Then that's what we call a hard pull. And in that particular scenario, it does impact your credit by 2 points. And it does take 2 years for it to drop off.
Ooh.
So you are correct. You don't want anyone pulling your credit randomly or someone shopping your application around. That's the last scenario that you want.
All right. Is it detrimental to your credit to, like, just say one day you go on a shopping spree. You go to the local outlet center and you go in 15 stores, and every store is offering you, hey, do you want to sign up for our credit card? Do you want to sign up for our credit card? So in that one day, you sign up for 15 credit cards. Now, this doesn't matter whether you receive them, whether you or you don't. But does it hurt your credit to apply for 15 credit cards in one day?
It would not be wise to do so. Again, each inquiry that you're actually physically signing a paper document, a tangible paper transmittal, giving them permission to pull your credit, it's not in your best interest to do so. Because that is what we call, again, a hard pull. And for every hard pull, you are going to suffer the consequences of 2 points being deducted from your credit score.
Wow. You know what? I bet you a lot of people did not know that. So basically, all my listeners, do not be trying to sign up for all these credit cards just to get that 10% off while you're not making that purchase. Because that's how they trick you. Get 20% off today by filling out this credit card application. Okay, my next question. Because, some jobs do credit checks, especially bank tellers or jobs with financial institutions. Is it wise to seek a company like No Sweated Credit when applying for a job at a financial institution, especially if you have things on it?
It is extremely proactive, intelligent, wise, and thorough to actually go into the portal that I mentioned, Equifax.com, creditchecktotal.com, and or Experian.com, and look at your credit. Your eyes need to be the first to view your credit report before anyone. That's an understatement. So you yourself need to look at it. A lot of these websites that I just mentioned, the 3, offer trial memberships where you won't have to pay for it for a duration of 30 days, I believe, or 10 days or 15 days. But that's sufficient in the amount of time that you can actually look at your credit report. You can do this online. There's nothing cumbersome in this task. And you look at it and see exactly what is affecting your credit score. What negative accounts are on your credit report?
90 seconds.
Okay.
And then we can make a determination to actually have them permanently deleted so that you can move forward with whatever you're trying to accomplish, whether it be a mortgage, obtaining a vehicle, employment, a new business, so forth and so on.
Okay. There are a lot of companies out there who say they can basically clean your credit. How do we know what's real from what's fake?
60
This
seconds.
is the gauge. Again, not to be redundant, and I don't mean to sound arrogant, and I don't mean to brag, but any particular entity that is valid and legitimate and is actually going to perform, it does not take 60, 90, 120 days to do so. As I stated, it only takes 5 business days for a professional who literally has the expertise of legal and lawful tools to do so. It does not take rounds and rounds and insignificant, irrelevant, obsolete letters and police reports and all of these archaic methods of performing this task.
10 seconds.
All of those techniques are no longer valid. They're obsolete.
Okay. Now,
So paying for those type services is literally not going to be in your best interest. It's not going to be productive.
okay. I can definitely dig it. So, in closing, because, man, the time went by really, really fast. Tell us again about No Sweated Credit, how to find No Sweated Credit, and why we need No Sweated Credit in our life, especially if we're credit challenged.
Okay, you are encouraged to go to our website, It is the epitome of self-explanatory. Very clearly read, no jargon, no ambiguous language. Simply go to www.nosweatitcredit.biz. B as in boy, I as in India, Z as in zebra. So it's www.nosweatitcredit.biz.
All right, my last question. What made you guys actually start the company?
Again, we commenced in 2011, and even back then, 7 years ago, we didn't have the technology, we didn't have the network, we didn't have the legal support to actually have this done so fast, so expeditiously. However, we thought best to reinvent and refresh the product so that the general public can benefit. The cost for our services is $1,800. And again, we do offer financing because for those who don't have the funds to obtain our services, on our website we have a list of partners who will assist you to actually have those funds deposited to you overnight so that you can benefit from our services.
All right, that is
within a duration of 5 days. Yeah, within a duration of 5 days, once your file is complete with us, then we can move forward and remove the accounts off of Equifax and TransUnion as well. But we will not accept any payment whatsoever until we actually do an analysis of your credit report. Moreover, we do not accept wires. We do not accept cash payments. We accept PayPal and or credit card. And that means the transaction itself is completely secure.
All right, that is definitely what's up. Ms. Thomas, I definitely thank you for coming on the show, educating and enlightening our listeners and telling them about this wonderful service you guys offer. Is there anything you'd like to add in closing?
Again, it has been an honor. I've really appreciated the time that I could actually air the information.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.
You too. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know how we do here at the Ridin Durty Show. That was Miss Traci. That was Miss Traci of, let me say her last name, give her proper respect. That was Miss Traci Thomas of No Sweated Credit. That's right. She just basically lets you know about her company, No Sweated Credit. They can take up to 5 credit challenge things off of your credit report in 5 days. If you have bankruptcy, they can get that thing out of there in 10 days. Now, I know a lot of us are challenged and need things removed off our credit, whether we're trying to buy a car, buy a home, buy land, or just trying to have better credit. So, with knowing that, you need to visit nosweatitcredit.biz. That's nosweatitcredit.biz. Find out more about this product, more about the service, and start using them to help you can get to where you need to be credit-wise. All right, it's been your boy Vic XL. Always remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Ridin Durty Radio, RIDINDURTY Radio. And in case you ever miss any of our shows, you can check out the replays, WRFG 89.3 FM, BeatBreakRadioFM.com, and also on RidinDurtyRadio.com. It's your boy Vic XL, and we're out of here till tomorrow at 6 p.m. I love you guys. Peace. I'm gone.